Can he do it, Captain? Can he do it? And listen, by the way, I fucking hate Star Trek, and I hate people that like Star Trek. And the few women that do like Star Trek look like the ugliest ugly sister going. And that reminds me, I am involved quite heavily at the moment in the world of the amateur sleuth, and there's only me and some other bloke who's fucking got it right. Everybody, oh, I told you she was in the river altogether. Oh, anyway, listen, we don't want to go down that road because it's too tiring, it's too distressing, it's too upsetting for me. Listen, it's been emotional today. I've got to tell you, because you know what happened? I've left my job after 7 years, and the site's been sold off, and it was a beautiful paradise in the middle of North London. And what can you say? There's very few places left. Do you know, when I was growing up, there used to be loads of bomb sites, and you could just play in all the old deserted houses, the mansion houses. All the bits and pieces were still there, you know, but the houses were derelict, and it was overgrown. It was like a secret garden for poor people everywhere. Do you know what I mean? And now it's all gone. And this was the final straw, because I've kept with this firm for quite a while because I love it here. I love the whole thing about this place. But, you know, now the place is gone, and they've said, go move down the road to Norwood Junction. And I don't want to go to Norwood Junction. I'm sorry, I don't want to go to Norwood Junction. So that's it. I'm going to take a year off. Don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe my wife and I will go to the United States of Canada, or maybe if I get my way, we'll go to Colombia. No, I'm joking. It'll kill me if I go to Colombia. You know that it will. Listen, but I want to talk to you about the rebel within the Vinyl Nerd community. It is actually Matthew Street. Matthew Street, I've been trying to speak to him today. He's very adamant. He's very adamant. Do you get it? Hey, Tiny Tim. Tim Allen. Tin Allen. Tin Machine Allen. Tin Machine. John Heaton, what do you think of Tin Machine? I say it sucks. And I say, when you try and become more of one person, then it's a disaster. Do you remember when Paul McCartney was hanging around with that white-haired bloke? And it was really fucking annoying. I thought, who the fuck are you? Beetle Babe, you joined me because I joined you. I joined Beetle Babe because it's 17 years. 17 years you've been doing it, haven't you? You dirty whore. Well, but I'll tell you something. Semolina Pilchard. Oh, all the superstars today. Let me just turn this music down. I like the music, but, you know, and as Kiki D would say, I've got the music in me. And this is what you can't deny. And I've just come to such realizations. Filibuster. I thought you said filibuster. I thought, how can a girl of your age, it's like my daughter saying to me, oh, it's filibuster. Filibuster. I mean, this is words of a man of my age. You know what I mean? So, you know, when you get the kids cheating at the exams, and they say, well, in 1776, the Delaware River was running at a high stream, so the Washington's forces could not cross. And you think, no, this isn't the work of a 10-year-old. But I mean, nowadays they can cheat like fuck. But it's good because you've got the answers out there. You don't have to buy a book. You don't have to go to the library. You don't have to let posh people hide the facts from you. You can go out. Do you know what? I electrocuted myself no less than probably 16,000 times with 16,000 volts during my career from the age of 16, fucking about with electronics because nobody was telling me what to do. So I found out for myself the hard way. Yes, I haven't got rich Jewish parents, or I'm not a fat American. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, listen, I'm going to go back to Matthew Street now. Now, one horrible thing, listen, Beatley Tone, right, did a video the other day. Now, I thought it was Matthew Street on Beatley Tone's channel because he kind of looked like him. And then I thought to myself, that's not fucking Matthew Street. That's Beatley Tone looking really ugly. Looking like Anthony Worrell Thompson, shoplifter. Yeah. And in America, if you don't know what a shoplifter is, it's a scumbag that steals things and doesn't pay for them. Walks out the store. Hey, Vinyl Dale, saw your video the other day. Saw it. Brilliant. It inspired me. So, you know, there's 101 things to talk about tonight. My wife's, I'm too drunk because it's my last day, and the guys bought me a little bit of a hamper. So I said, well, let's share the hamper. And then I just stayed a little bit longer, you know, because it's the last day, you know what I mean? We're all gone. But a lot of people are moving to the other site. And I said, no, give me my fucking whack and I'm off. And that's it. You know what I mean? A man has got to go to pastures new. And I know that out there somewhere, there is a little piece of English paradise that I can enjoy, where I can enjoy the cats, the nature, the birds, the bees, and no black people. I'd really be happy about that. You know what I mean? I'd really be happy about that. But anyway, listen, I don't want to get racist. I was going to talk to you about Matthew Street, and good on you, Matthew Street. And I bet you, and I'm not pressuring him in any way whatsoever, but you know that the Beatle Fest is going to be a fucking joke, don't you? You know it's going to be a joke. And as you said, Beatle Babe, the other day, there ain't no one left. It's a big joke. I mean, it is. Do you know, if you went, let me just give you an example of other conventions. You get the sci-fi ones, right? And you get the horror ones, and you get the Star Trek ones, and you get the Star Wars ones. Well, let me guarantee you, when you have those conventions, you're going to get your fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi and R2-D2 and Warwick Davis and a Wookiee thrown in, no matter what. You know what I mean? And even maybe a Luke Skywalker. I don't know. But listen, there's enough people there that's going to do it. And Chewbacca. Maybe Chewbacca will be there. But, I mean, these are big fucking stars. Now, what are you going to get at Beatle Fest? Somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who sucks somebody off. Yeah. And a few non-binaries trying to take over the show with their fucking whorish fucking attitude. I can't stand it. They're disgusting. They disgust me. Why has the Beatles community gone gay? Anyway, I'm going to defend Mayor Giuliano, because all of a sudden Matthew Street's getting a load of beef because of Mayor Giuliano. Dilbert's been cancelled. Yeah, I saw that. Anyway, he's been I've lost my train of thought. Matthew Street, yeah, and he's been bigging up old Mayor Giuliano. Now, I've got to tell you, I've got to remind it, and sorry if you watch this later on, Matthew Street, because you know I respect you. I love the man. And I think he was cheated out of a Vinyl Nerd award this year by Dubious Means, Andrew Dixon's crowd. But I can't say things like that. It's hypotheticals. It's alleged. All right, it's alleged. So don't hang, draw, and court me and break me on the wheel. So anyway, Matthew Street, I haven't seen what such a big deal of Mayor Giuliano is, but I told Matthew Street, do you know what? I actually spoke to him for the 2020 Vinyl Nerd Award. I said, I'm a big fan of yours. Can you please announce the winner of Vinyl Nerd 2020? And he said, no problem, as long as you subscribe to me. And he started talking a little bit batty, but I thought, no, he's a batty bloke. And I understand him. I totally agree with his fucking opinion about Yoko. I never knew he had beef with Olivia, but he should do, because I've already had a beef. Mayor Giuliano, if you're out there, I've had a fucking beef with the entire Harrison clans. I don't really pick on the McCartneys too much, because we know what they are, really, don't we? Know what they are. And the son is not really going to be the lord of the manor after you're dead, mate, is he? Eh? Put him in chains. Put him in chains. Walk him around the garden twice a day. Anyways, so yeah, Beetlefest. So there's nobody going, and we all know that we all know Patty's not going to fucking show up, and if she does, just ask her to suck you off, because you've paid enough money anyway, and she's a dirty old whore, and she's got nothing. But do you know what I was? You know, when you hear John Heaton speaking posh English, right? And he talks like that. He talks like Prince Charles, right? But when you hear fake posh people speaking, they're trying to make out they're posh. But Patty's been to elocution lessons, and she says like "t" at the end. Now you don't say "t" at the end of your. Only poor people who make out they're rich people say "t" at the end. So, for example, yes, it didn't tit. You know, that's Patty Boyd. But do you know how John Heaton would say that? He'd say, yes, it is. You see, so there is a big difference. So you can't go to elocution lessons. So you say your tea and grit your teeth. Yes, don't you know? So she's a phony. She's a fake. And guess what? If you think she weren't no lower than sucking off your husband's best mate, well, her dirty whore of a sister, who's even more ugly than her, and has got a gap in her teeth bigger than Terry Thomas, well, she sucked off Bobby Whitlock if there was anything to suck off. Anyway, let's read the questions. Patty. Oh, I see something about fucking George Harrison's birthday the other day. And do you know what? They all know the story. They know that he wasn't Mr. Spiritual. They know they called him Mr. Creepy around Henley because he was curb crawling with his fucking freaky mates like Jeff Lynne trying to pick up fucking teenage girls. Yeah. Oh, yes, the quiet one, the fucking pervert one. Yeah. No, well known in Henley. By the way, I'm not supposed to say that though, because it's his birthday and we've got to remember, he died for us. Yes, George Harrison died for us. So did Olivia and fucking little sweaty boy. What's his name? Danny with a D, with an A, with an N-N-Y. Danny, come home. Anyway, what else can we talk about? Because we can't talk about Nicola Bulley because I've got a special program coming up about that. I've had to take a lot of stuff down because I've had to, as they say, gather my forces. Jesus. And another thing I was talking to you about the other day, Beetle Babe, and it's very interesting, was the Yellow Submarine. Now, I've got my fucking suspicions about that because do you remember My Mom is Dead? Right, and also It's Real Love. It's real. Now, all those songs sound like the fucking same time period, you know. John Lennon wanking around when he's doing fuck all apart from masturbating in his fucking shithole at the Dakota. Because he was a fucking, I mean, you know, to live your life, to be somebody, you got to go out and about every day. And John Lennon didn't love New York. He was a fucking hermit in New York. Just remember that. He was a hermit in New York. And who's celebrating Yoko's birthday? She's a cunt. She's useless. She was a hooker. She was put in a fucking mental institution. What else do you want to know? Mayor Giuliani, I tell you, fill you in with the details. Go over, and I agree with Matthew Street completely. Go over to Mayor Giuliano's channel. For fuck's sake, you people, don't you know enough about... I'm still watching programs where people are just licking arse all day. For Christ's sake. And now it's come back to my favourite Beatles albums from start to finish. No, I don't want to know. Nobody wants to know. Hey, Marty. Well, as they said in that film, I can't remember its name, but it was a good one. Hey, how are you? Nice. And I shouldn't be feeling nice because I'm actually very, very sad today, and I shouldn't be sharing this with you, but this is the end. Final Communications Records, yeah. this is the end. It's very sad. I said goodbye to the cats. I'm going in tomorrow to take all my bits and pieces back in, and that'll be that. That'll be that. But you know, I'll get a living wage for another year, and well, I can do what I want to do, really. You know, COVID or no COVID. Yeah, I know. Tragic times. 7 years I'll give them, and I lost my friend yesterday. I don't mean I lost him; he's dead. But my friend Jose, we've been on a lot of assignments together. We've been to Dubai, we've been to Madagascar, we've been to Mozambique, which is a shithole, and we've been to the Central African Republic, and we've been all over the place. We've done a lot of stuff together, and he's Portuguese, and he's aristocratic, and he's very, very, very racist, even more racist than my mum. But I'm going to miss him so much. I'm going to miss him a lot, and you know, I always hated Portuguese people because I thought they were always waiters. But you know, there are posh Portuguese people, and you know, I'm gonna miss him. We've been together for 7 years. I'm totally gutted, but he's one of the last people. And when he said he was going, is when I said, "Well, that's it. I'm going too." I'm sorry, but you know, 7 years, you make friends. Very sad. Very sad. Anyway, no one cared. Oh, have you heard TJR is obviously being treated by Superfan to a trip to Rome? Now, I've already said to him, TJR, don't go to Rome. It's a shithole. Right? Go to Venice. You want to keep your woman. You want to keep her happy. Don't go in the summer because it stinks. But if you go back Christmas time, which is when I went, very romantic, very sexy. And the Italian people, they dress very well as well. You know, I'm always impressed with Italian people. Yeah. I don't mean those mafia scum. I mean, like, you know, the just the stylish people, your Gucci's and your Lamborghinis and all that. Yeah, I love them. I'm all into like culture, and I think this is what's happening now. They're trying to get us to all stay at home, and we shouldn't do. We should go out. You should go out, Beetle Babe. Where have you been? Have you been to Paris, France? Have you been to all the places in the world? When TJR said about him going to all the rest of the world, like at Superfan's expense, fucking obviously, then I thought of that old geezer in Up. Remember Up? That was brilliant, that film, wasn't it? I love that. Up. Not yet. Hang on, let me go back. Canada? Is that supposed to be Canada? Where's my family? Her family's from fucking Eastern European, that's for sure. We know that because they're Jews. Bloody Jews. Jews have made my fucking life a misery just recently, by the way. But you can make it up to me, Beetle Babe, if you want to send me £500,000. I'll be happy. Yeah, but you know, I really need a rest. I really do need a rest. It's been a terrible. Hello, Mimi. It's been a terrible time. I've actually learnt some lessons. You know, I want to be really nasty all the time to people, but you know, now I feel like, you know, God's will and all this sort of shit. I feel like I've been punished a little bit, not just a little bit, but a lot. And I can't really tell you any more about that. But all I can say is we're going to focus on Nicola Bulley because she's the important person at the moment. As for Beatley Tone, please, Lancashire Police Force, please investigate Beatley Tone because he's trying to impersonate Matthew Street, and it's a poor man. It's a poor man. We hate Beatley Tone. Beatley Tone gets it wrong all the time. And you know, and I'm going to big up. No, I'm going to big up Superfan because Superfan's paying for a fucking parasite, TJR, fucking parasite. Ooh, well, I fancy. Oh, I'm just going to close my eyes and put a little prick on the globe. Where are we? Oh, it's Uganda. Oh, I'll spin the globe again. Ooh, ooh, it's Colombia. Ooh, I fancy Colombia. Do you know my roots are all in Colombia? My family was Spanish Conquista Wars. Yeah, well, anyway, fucking TJR, you're in my bad books again, mate. You're in my bad books. Who are you? Let's go to Italy. Well, I hope that I can't imagine TJR abroad. He's the last person I'd think of leaving California. Do you get what I'm saying? He is. TJR has only moved his fucking skinny butt because fucking super fans there in a wheelchair, helpless against a brute like that. You know, I know genius does come with savagery, but that man, he takes the biscuit. He takes the fucking biscuit. I wish John Heaton was here because I really want to talk to him. John, can I just tell you, John Heaton is a total gentleman. I've praised up Matthew Street. You know, nothing's changed over 7 or 8 years, you know, since I've been doing this shit. Right, but one thing's consistent. Matthew Street's always been a good guy, and now he's defending people that other people have previously mocked. And I've never mocked fucking Mayor Giuliani, never. And anyway, what we got here? No, well, not really controversy. There's nothing major going on. I mean, it's just like the same old fucking copy and paste going on. Look, if anybody else out there, Doc Docus, your fucking best Beatle albums, forget it. I mean, mine's changed a little bit. I could do this in what right now. I would put Magical Mystery Tour doesn't count. All right, it doesn't count. I'm sorry. Yellow Submarine doesn't count. Forget it. Last in the list, and I think the worst is With the Beatles. Okay, that's the worst one. And then Let It Be after that. And then fucking what's it? Revolver. And then all the way to Sergeant Pepper. Forget the White Album. Sergeant Pepper, you want one album in a package. Brilliant. Fantastic. Sergeant Pepper. Forget it. All right. Okay. Don't care about anybody else's fucking top 13. Fuck off. Sorry, didn't mean to sound so rude, but there you go. Oh yeah, I am Girls Aloud. Martin McGrath, I am Girls Aloud on Mayo's movies. Well, you know, the other day I wanted to talk to him about, because he actually had an interesting guest on there talking about horror and Jaws. Oh, that was a good show, actually. I mean, I ain't one to fucking praise Mr. Mayo, but listen, Mr. Mayo, it's all fucking got out of hand with your Beatles now. Forget it. Move on now. Move on to films, because it's a lot bigger. It's much bigger. Look at people like Ollie Harper. Brilliant. What about... who's that other fellow? He's brilliant. Critical Drinker. Fucking fantastic. We can't match up to that, but, you know, you can have an opinion on horror films. Who's that fellow who does the horror films? Glasses. Daft-looking fucker. Nerd-looking fucker. Can't remember his name. American bloke. But he's brilliant as well. You know what I mean? There's loads of them out there. They're really good, but there's a lot of films they can cover. And this is it. How many fucking Beatle albums we got? How tiresome is it all getting? How much can we, like, lick arse for Paul McCartney and John Lennon? Shouldn't we all, like, be like Matthew Street and start saying, yes, okay, I'm ready to listen to you now. Okay, because I've spent my fucking life pouring money into this group. Let's fucking get to the bottom of it. Let's just be honest. Let's be truthful. Let's not be fucking Mr. Cocaine Mazzy. For God's sakes. And this is where I want to leave it. I really want to leave the Beatles behind. I want to concentrate on films, because there's a lot of films I want to talk about. But the fucking Beatles keep sneaking in all the bastard time. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. Sick of it. And I've got nothing against any of you out there. Even Caitlin. Do you know what, Caitlin? You make my life a misery. You do. But it's you. It's not me. It's not me. It's you. You've got the obsession. Now cut it out. Cut it out. Let's kiss and make up. Well, Maybe not Kiss. Maybe not Kiss. Anyway, look. So what else have we got to say about today? So yeah, Beatletoes being fucking annoying. Who else was it? I was going to say, I was going to defend John Heaton hours ago, wasn't I? Now, he actually apologised to me because, you know, he was getting all snobby about what he wants at a fucking gig, which is what 99 billion people, apart from maybe rich people, want at a gig. You know, they want their own personal fucking album sung to them. And no, and they was even happy. He was even happy about different versions being told. And then he realised his mistake, and he thought, "No, I have betrayed my serfs, and I have to apologise." And he did apologise, and thank you, Lord John Heaton. I respect you for that. And this is how the aristocracy get out of shit all the time without paying nothing. But just say sorry, and we're sort of with our tongues hanging out. Thank you, Lord Heaton. Very nice. Thank you very much. Hey, baby, guess what happened today? Lord John Heaton just said sorry. No, it's good enough for me. Fucking good enough for me. I wish Pub Landlord would say sorry to me as well. You know what you've done, Pub Landlord, you fucker. Anyway, that's between me and him. Right, yes, Cocaine Mazzy. Damn them all. Damn them all to hell. Damn them all to hell. All right, then. Well, I'm going now. Gotta go. But you've heard my sad story. Please copy and paste and share. Do what you got to do. Subscribe. Don't subscribe, because I've got quite a few people since the Nicola Bully business. In fact, I've taken all my Nicola Bully stuff down, most of it, apart from the Brian Harvey one, because I didn't want too much publicity. I don't. Anyway, ta-ta for now. What?